If you enjoyed the comedic caper hot stuff, where a group of bumbling Miami cops set up a fake fencing operation to catch criminals red-handed, then you're probably on the hunt for more movies that blend humor with a bit of law enforcement chaos. Here are 5 movies that capture the same light-hearted crime comedy vibe. The In-Laws turned a simple pre-wedding meet-the-parents scenario into a globe-trotting, bullet-dodging, laugh-a-minute adventure. With Peter Falk's CIA operative dragging Alan Arkin's unsuspecting dentist into one ludicrous situation after another, this film is a masterclass in escalating absurdity. The phrase "Serpentine Shelley" is still whispered by fans who appreciate its blend of sharp wit and slapstick, making it a comedic gem that's aged as gracefully as a fine wine, or a particularly sneaky spy. Police Academy introduced us to a motley crew of misfits who turned law enforcement into an art form of ridiculousness. From Michael Winslow's sound effects wizardry to Steve Guttenberg's charming slacker routine, this film set the stage for a franchise that just wouldn't quit. No, seriously, it had 7 sequels. It's the kind of movie that's so unapologetically silly you can't help but laugh, even if you've heard the jokes a million times before. And yes, it was made on a modest budget, but it became a box office sensation, proving that comedy doesn't need high stakes, just a high tolerance for hijinks. The Naked Gun took everything that made the TV show Police Squad, a cult classic, and cranked it up to 11. Leslie Nielsen's deadpan delivery as Frank Drebin remains iconic, turning every absurd situation into comedy gold. Whether it's baseball bloopers or disastrous dinner dates, this film delivered one of the most quotable comedies of the 80s. It didn't just make us laugh, it made us realize that sometimes the straightest face delivers the funniest punchline. Dragnet took the straight-laced seriousness of the original TV show and gave it a tongue-in-cheek makeover. Dan Aykroyd's by-the-book Joe Friday paired with Tom Hanks's loose cannon detective Pep Streebek made for an odd couple that somehow worked perfectly. The film's mix of nostalgia, satire, and 80s absurdity made it a unique tribute to the original series while being entirely its own beast. It might have been a parody, but it was done with a love for the source material that kept it both funny and oddly respectful. Smokey and the Bandit is the movie that made Burt Reynolds a mustache-wearing, cowboy hat-sporting icon and turned car chases into a national pastime. The plot is simple. Haul a truckload of beer across state lines while outrunning the law, but it's the high-octane action, wisecracking dialogue, and sheer charisma of Reynolds that made this film a smash hit. It was made on a modest budget, but it revved up box office numbers, grossing $127 million against a $4.3 million budget and becoming the second highest-grossing domestic film of 1977 in the United States.